Sagittarius.
Okay.
Let's go.
Oh, it is.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And you Sag.
I'm a Sag.
Oh, big fire sign.
Oh yeah, you know that.
I love it.
Fire.
I love it. Right.
Come on now.
How y'all doing? Let us know in the comments. Y'all was expecting another 360 video? Don't worry, that's on the way. But today, we have a special guest in the building, Mr. Jizzixious Bishop.
Let's go.
What's going on? You back in the building?
Hey, we here. Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Jay Bishop, award-winning actor and best-selling author. You know the vibes. I'm here to kick it with my homegirl, the Golden Impact. Just flew in today from Los Angeles, California to come kick it. We're going to turn it up. We in the spot. Shh, don't make it hot.
But it's already hot because I'm in the building. What's up?
Let me take one down right now.
You know what I'm saying?
That's good.
There's somebody else in the building. Who is it? You want to introduce him? I think you should introduce him because you done brought him here, so it had to be special.
Hey, first and foremost, man, you know, I'm not here more oftenly in New York anymore, really like that, because I'm located in Los Angeles, California. So I had to let my little brother, my young boy Jamal, come and kick it with me on his first ever podcast, being with me in my first interview, so he get the gist and see how I feel, to see what growth and what success can look like in his own path. So we here. Let me introduce y'all to my little brother Jamal. Let's go.
Yes, welcome, Jamal. Yes.
Yeah.
The Golden Impact was your first interview.
About a year and a half ago. That was my first interview ever I've ever done. First interview. First ever interview. First ever talk. You know, and since then, we gonna talk a lot.
Wow. And now this is your brother's first time being on a podcast in the front of the cameras and think. I see a pattern here.
Look at God.
Right.
Look at God.
There's a whole life sentence to go through, okay?
Man. Come on now.
So, I mean, last time we kind of got into what you were doing, how you started, why you was moving, you did the move, and now you're back.
Yeah.
How have you really changed from when you first left to now coming back and seeing yourself in the same environment?
Well, first and foremost, I got to give the most up and respect and highest praise to the man above. You know, that's first and foremost. With that being said, my connection with God has definitely grown.
Yeah.
You know, it has got me into a stage of equilibrium in my life, so I have more balance and I'm able to control my own platform.
Yeah.
And with that being said, a lot of avenues, multiple avenues and platforms have opened for me, because once I see that crack in that door, once I see that little bit of light, I'm going to kick it open. That's what's been happening. It's still happening to this day. So,
wow.
Yeah, word.
That's amazing in itself for you. And how do you mentally or physically and emotionally and spiritually connect to your audience now? Because last time we was going in, like, it was the beginning of you moving away.
Oh yeah.
You moved away. You did what you need to do. You award winning in all aspects, not just an author, right? And so now, how have you inspired those around you mentally, spiritually, and physically different from when you first were on the Golden Impact?
Wow. So man, first when I first got to Los Angeles, it was a cold, lonely world, because I had to find, you know, life isn't about finding yourself, it's about creating yourself. So that's when I had to really have some self-reflection, look in the mirror and create myself in order for me to go seek the world. I had to make my bed first before I go criticize the world. So,
right.
You know, just bringing what I have to the table. So my platform in fitness and exercise and boxing, sports training and youth training and stuff, I brought that to a community, and I used that community to build my own community.
Right.
And with that well-being, with that happening, it allowed me to connect with like-minded individuals like myself.
Right.
So I started to connect with everyone and to get them to grow with me.
Right.
And then we grow this platform together. And that's just the physical side.
Right.
But how did I add more to it? By mentally hearing it, because in life, people need 2 ears and 1 heart. So, you know, just listening to them talk and hearing them out while you're training them. Now that's the spiritual and that mental aspect that you add into there. And then, you know, you got God in your life, which introduced them to having God back in their life if they lost touch in their own faith.
Right.
So, you know, that's you know, I got to keep him first on everything.
Yeah. So would you say it was as challenging because you started in New York, you've been in New York for a few years doing what you did, and then you moved completely somewhere new? A lot of people want to move away or they want to start fresh, but they're either timid or they feel like something will stop them, or they just feel like nothing's out there for them. How, when you moved to Los Angeles, how did you feel? How did that really get you to where you are now?
So it's funny because I was using the wrong term for multiple months. I'm not even going to say years. I was using the term afraid and scared, but in reality, I was anxious. I was super anxious, and
What is being anxious? What does that
Anxious-
look like for you?
anxious. What it looks like to me is not knowing what to expect, but just ready to jump, because I already took that leap of faith and just said, "Hey, I'm gonna move."
Right.
Now I get here, and it's not clamming yourself into this shell, but you're expressing that shell and opening up and just going.
Right.
You're anxious. You're excited to boom, boom, boom.
Experiencing.
You're experiencing. So in reality, I talk about that in my book also. You value your experiences. And that's how everything started happening. I started valuing my experiences, and I didn't let anything get to me. That illness of being afraid or scared get to me, because that's when things start to happen in your life.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And they usually say do it scared too.
Do it scared. Do it scared. Anybody that's gonna watch this, just take advantage of life.
Yeah.
Do it scared.
Mm-hmm.
Do it scared, but never be afraid to take that step.
Yeah. You should only fear the Lord, okay?
Come on now.
And so from your first episode, we talked about you becoming an actor.
Oh man.
I mean, did you? Straight to the point. Like, did it happen? You said you was gonna do something. Did you do it? They said it, I did it, I did it.
Okay.
Did you do it?
Yeah.
Did you do what you did you said you was gonna do?
The funny thing is, we talked about that in the first episode, right?
Yes.
And not only did I become an actor, but I'm now an award-winning actor.
Wow.
For one of my roles that I played in actually my first film called I Be Impressed that I filmed with. And since then I shot multiple films. I've done multiple commercials. Lord, I just did a big thing. Can't really talk about that just yet. It's still in production right now.
Mm-hmm.
I just picked up a big job again a few days ago. Life is happening. I'm not just an actor. I'm on my way to becoming an A-list celebrity, A-list actor.
Yeah.
I'm on my way.
Now, what is the A-list celebrity, A-list actor for those looking in A-list? What does that really mean?
I'm gonna give you my terms of A-list, because everybody got their own terms and stuff. So A-list actor, A-list celebrity is a person where they call you to see if you want the job. Where you that guy that you can't walk around without security.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, can I get your autograph? And I get that now when I come home. Like if I go to a football game or something.
Period.
And there's nothing wrong with that. I live in the moment.
Yeah.
It does come overwhelming at times. It's very overwhelming, but can I get your autograph? Can I? Hey, can I get a picture? Oh my God, you be with Jamie Foxx, you be with Kareem Grimes, Jamel Howard.
No, because Jamie Foxx, mommy ain't home. Just know I appreciate you.
Marvin Gaye,
some Luther Vandross. A little what? A little Ruby.
Gotta be. But yes, though, those are some of my friends that I hang out with.
Yeah.
When you start to get around those type of beings,
yeah,
everyone looks at you different.
Of course.
People say, "Oh, you changed." No, I didn't change. When I didn't have anything, you never asked me for anything. So now that I got a little something,
it's mad preguntas, mad questions.
On fuens. You want to ask me for everything? Fine. You know what I mean? And I'm not a selfish person, but dude, you changed. I didn't change.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I gotta learn how to live in the moment. I gotta learn that comes with being an A-list celebrity,
right.
An A-list actor. It comes those barriers come with these things. And I'm preparing myself. I'm getting ready. Like I'm here. The lifestyle I want to live is here.
Yeah.
Where I want to go is here.
Right.
Where I'm gonna go is there.
Right.
Where I'm already at is there. You know what I mean? So that's what it's like. And it's not about being cocky. It's about being confident within yourself.
Yeah.
So when you're confident within yourself, live in that moment.
Yeah. And they say too, when you get real successful and you up there and there, it's not really about the money. It's more so about yourself and how you have built yourself from where you started and all that you can now accept and you can control, because with the fame comes your personality. It comes with how people see you. You're always recorded. You're always in the room with different people.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to be able to know that, okay, I deserve to be in this room.
Yeah.
Okay, I deserve to be around these type of people. Right. Like
you're not there by no mistake.
It's a different look. Like that's what I was telling you. You're similar but not the same.
Come on.
It's a different look.
And the reason why, my little brother is here, because he's seen the growth.
Right.
Somebody told me, what was it? I don't remember who it was. Told me, they texted me 2 days ago. It was like, hey, I remember you was training in the park, and now you went from training in the park to training this celebrity to now acting in movies.
Mm-hmm.
look what I did though. Look who I got around. Look what I was doing. I never stopped what God gave me to give to the world, which was what? My training skills. He gave me that platform. That platform opened doors for me. So use your platform to open doors for you.
Yes.
And I still utilize my platform.
Yes. And so, Jamal, a question for you, because this is your brother. Like, this is not somebody you knew of, somebody you hung out with when we grew up, like how I met Bishop, like we was just kiki. This is somebody blood. Like, he was always there for you. You was always around him. How do you see him now compared to like when y'all was younger?
I still see him as my big brother. I'm just proud of him.
Yeah.
My man. I didn't expect that. You gonna make me cry.
That's amazing though, because it's a blessing though, because you really have a great role model. Not only is God, number one in your life, but you have people who are living angels that really are doing work that you can potentially, gotta live up to. You know what I'm saying? We want to see something from you, not right,
man. I didn't expect that one. That one right there was deep, man.
Yeah.
Really though. Like, that's no fluke. That's no fake. I didn't expect that one. Wow.
Are people around your age, do they have this certain type of focus? Do they have this certain type of drive that you kind of see in your brother and people around his age growing up now?
Honestly.
Or is it giving TikTok all day?
Honestly, I don't think nobody really push like my brother do.
It's seen a lot of 18-year-olds don't have the same platform though. They don't have the same brother to look up to. So you are really in a great position, and we're so grateful to have you because a lot of people watching are around your same age though. So for them to see you up here, like, it's only big things to come from you. All right? Because we're here, there's something in front of me, and it's like the cover is given like Malcolm X is given, Martin Luther King is given, Stand Still is given, Take a Second Look is given, Life Sentence, Birth of a Legend. This is your book. You're an author. Like you said, you're not only an actor or award-winning actor, you're an author.
Bestseller.
How did that happen?
Man, it's funny. I remember one day, because I read a lot now. I remember I was watching. I was at Jamie's house speaking to Jamie Foxx. I was at his crib, and I was with Kareem Brown's Preach from All American. Shouts to my guy. And I remember I said, damn, I want to write a book, man. Because Jamie had just wrote a book called Act Like You Got Some Sense.
Right.
And he was talking to us about it in his kitchen. He just dropped his book. He was on tour for his book, it's called Act Like You Got Some Sense. Okay. And he was dedicated to his grandma. She said, boy, act like you got some sense. Slap him upside the head or something. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, man, if he can do it, I can do it.
Yeah.
But I never looked at it to compare myself to him. Mm-hmm. So I remember I went home and I started reading books. I was reading 50 Cent books, Rick Ross books, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, books like that. I was Jim Rohn books, a lot of books, Stephen King books. I was reading all different type of genres.
Right.
And one thing about those books, I said, man, these cats went through something I went through. They're talking about it through a 40-year to almost 50-year experience plan.
Right.
I'm just cracking the surface of 21.
Right.
So I said, man, I want to put this on paper because my whole life I felt like I've been neglected. I felt like I've been not heard. I felt like I wasn't loved. So I said, it's time for me to be heard. It's time for me to be loved. I want to be heard.
Right.
I want to be heard.
Right. Two ears, one heart.
2 ears and 1 heart. That's all it takes is just 2 ears and 1 heart. So I said, I want to be heard. I want to be heard. So I said, you know what? I remember I was parking my car. I got out the car in my parking garage, and it hit me. It just hit me. And I said, ooh, birth. And when I started thinking, it's something else in the plans and the works, but I'm not going to talk about that yet. We're going to say that for the next time. But that's super big. But it just hit me. I said, birth. I kept saying birth. And I called my mom. I said, Mom, I'm about to write a book. She said, and the first thing she said was, well, get to it. Right. And I said, oh, word? Like, usually it's a different type of response for her. Like, it's a different type of response. So I'm like, okay. And then at that moment, I started writing the introduction. And I started asking my mom questions like the day I was born. What was it like, the experiences? And then I put everything she was saying, I twisted up with my own words. And then piece by piece just kept coming. Mm-hmm. And most of the time, most of my thoughts came to me when I was sitting on the toilet seat.
Yes.
Dropping gems, literally. Dropping gems.
I'm not gonna hold you. I was just talking to my friend the other day because she just got her new crib.
Hey, congratulations,
Okay.
love.
Yes. So shout out, I'm a real estate agent. Y'all know how I go New York gang. And I was like, I bought her something, for the housewarming for her bathroom.
Okay.
It was for the wall and also like not a poopery, but like a nice smell good, but it also looked like roses, so it was nice for the bathroom. Okay. And I was like, here's the gift for one of the most creative spaces in your homes. Because I feel personally that the bathroom is really a space for creativity. It's no judgment.
Safe space.
You're releasing all the negativity and all the toxins. So it's only providing room for positivity and ideas. That's crazy that you said that.
Man.
The Lord be doing something, though.
Hey, I'm telling you, I was dropping some serious gems, like
physically, literally, mentally, all.
When they read the book, if you go get the book, oh my God, like the feedback I'm a number 2 bestseller on Amazon right now. Give it up. But check this out. I became a number 2 bestseller 10 days in off of sales. Wow. That's on Amazon only, not the copies I had in hand.
Right.
So that was 10 days, I think 10 or 9 days in just in sales. Wow. And then after that, it was hitting charts nonstop. New author, bestseller. I'm like, whoa, hold up, what's going on? Mm-hmm. And it just started happening. And I'm like, yo, this is crazy because I remember December 28th, I wrote on a vision board. I wrote on a vision board, and I put two of the things I put down, right? And I actually still got the note in my phone because I did a goals and intention. I did a vision board. So my goals and intention I wrote to one day because I started writing my book, I think December 5th. Some of it's in the book. And I said, one day I'm going to become a New York Times bestseller. And then I also said, one day I'm going to win the Oscar Award for my astonishing, outstanding artwork performed by me in a film. So God had plans, and those came true. My book is a bestseller. It may not have been New York Times bestseller, but that's my New York Times bestseller. Right. I manifested that. Right. I just recently won an award in the film festival, in the Skip Town Playhouse Film Festival, for my artwork performed by me in a film. And it may not have been an Oscar, but that's my Oscar. Right. So you manifest these things, you write these things down, they come to life. Mind you, that's my first film I've ever done. I got the call. My man's like, yo, somebody want to meet you, boom, boom. And then it went from there to there. A year later, this happens. This is my first book. Not even a year later. Yeah. Bestseller. You know what I mean? So, and it hasn't been a year yet. Mm-hmm. So never give up on yourself. Never give up on your dreams. Make sure you stay grounded. Have gratitude. And keep believing within yourself. Don't lose the faith because it's possible. Yeah. I remember I sat right next to the director. We was nominated for 3 categories. This was only like 2 weeks ago. We was nominated for 3 categories. Best series, best action scene, and it's another category, the category we won for. And 2 of the categories went by. And I looked at her and I tapped her on the shoulder. She dropped her head first. And I was over there cheering for everybody. I was happy, excited. This is my first film festival ever. Right. I'm all dressed up.
You're there.
I'm there. I'm living in the moment because I'm super excited. She dropped her head. And I did. I said, keep the faith, Sanji. 3 to 4 minutes later, they called us.
The last award.
Keep the faith.
Yeah.
Whew. That is real. I'm a manifesting king. It's real. Yeah. I manifest this bright orange, this ready blood orange to be on me, make me look good for Golden Impact. You know what I mean? How look, y'all? Put it in the comments.
Drop a comment below because it's not about the expectation. It's not about what you expect to happen, but it's about the intention. Be intentional about what you are doing. Wow.
Be persistent. Be efficient about what you want to do. Be persistent. Take no for an answer.
Right.
Keep going. You know what I'm saying? I just turned 24. And people say all the time, you're so young. How did you accomplish this? Why would you write a book at this young age? There's no expiration date on when you have to do something. Because you know what? Every single day we are writing our obituary.
Yes.
How do you want to be remembered? Keep motivating me because I'm coming. coming.
Mm.
I'm not stopping either. I'm coming. Real talk.
Direct. We love that. And because of the consistency, being persistent and efficient, I mean, what does that really look like for you now? Because before it was with CST.
Yes.
It was with you moving away. Now you done moved away. You done had the book. You done had the awards. What does being consistent, efficient, and persistent look like you?
You know, being persistent, efficient, and consistent. What does that look like to me?
Being almost a quarter century, not even a quarter century
Come on
years
now.
old. Like
right.
anyone could do it.
So let me knock that off the hustle, because in reality, there's age doesn't play no role. You can start whenever you want, but it's all about when you start, because you have to start in order to finish.
Right.
It's going to be days where you're like, oh my God, I don't feel like doing this. I don't feel like doing that. But those are the days where you're going to get the best out of whatever you want to do. Like, I'm so serious because I'm doing it and I still go through it. Like, dude, I didn't want to get on my flight yesterday. I was super tired. I wanted to stay home.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I knew I had a bigger purpose and I knew I was coming here to accomplish things.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to just do it. So that's the best thing I say. Just do it. Just do it. Don't stop. Keep going. Put the work in. Just put the work in.
Put the work in.
Put the work in. You better put the work in. Hey, put the work in. You better
Put the word in.
put the work in.
I am screaming, but it's so true. I just read that in the book too. So it read as if when there's something that you don't want to do, that's when you should do it.
Absolutely.
So if you don't want to make the call to get a buyer for your house as a real estate agent, make the call right then and there.
Yep.
If you don't want to go to the gym because you feel as though you could just go tomorrow, go right then and there, because
Just go.
it's something about that key moment of the fact that you don't want to do it and then you do it. It can
And
change
something
your
happens
life.
every time.
Every time.
I'm a testament to this one. I'm a testament, right? Every time I don't want to do something, I go there. I always end up meeting somebody that make me level up in life. Every single time. Every. I remember the night I was gonna go to Fox crib. I just made my vision board, and I put on my vision board to do a movie with Jamie Foxx one day, not knowing any idea. 2 days later, I was gonna end up at his house after I made my vision board. My man's hit me up that night and was like, yo, what you doing? I'm like, yeah, I'm at the grocery store. I'm about to head home, kick it for the night. He's like, all right, hurry up, get home, get dressed. You about to come with me, we about to go somewhere. We ended up at Fox. I'm like, yo, I just put this dude on my vision board.
Right.
And it may not have been to do a movie with him, but it may have to meet him, introduce myself, to build that connection, that relationship. Then when it's time to do a movie, we flow like the river.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And sure, we're going to be the number one audience right there supporting front, back, all that. And speaking of front, back, all that, because a book has a front and a back, a cover and a back text.
Yeah.
And you wrote your book, Mr. Jizzixious Bishop. How did you feel writing the first sentence? And then how did you feel writing the last sentence?
So I love that. That's actually a great question you're asking me. That feeling you're talking about, I didn't get that feeling until I wrote the thank you letter. I wrote that thank you letter, and it was like this very part of my life. I could finally raise my hands in joyfulness and say, I did it. Like, and now some of my family say, man, he's the first orphan in the family. Like, I'm getting acknowledged by my family.
Wow.
Because in the beginning, I told you I never felt love.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't feel acknowledged.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't feel wanted.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm finally getting what I want.
Mm-hmm.
But it took time. It took work. It took effort. It took a beautiful struggle. I'm going to be very honest with you. I knew people would buy it. I know people would buy the support. But people bought the book and read the book.
That's different.
And then you know how I knew they read the book? Because they were saying certain things to me that no one knows unless you read the book. And then so I've had over a dozen, you know, it's not the bragging on, I've had over a dozen people call me crying and telling me their life stories and say, man, your book has helped me open up. Your book has helped me open up and become more vulnerable. Because I had to become vulnerable about how I was feeling.
Right.
And then once I was able to become vulnerable about how I was feeling, the weight would come off my shoulders. Now it's time to go so I can grow. But I had to let go in order to grow. And let go of that vulnerability. I had to let that go. Had to get off what I had on my shoulders to whoever I was talking to. I'm not gonna say it because you gotta read the book. I ain't gonna give you too much. You think it's slick.
Right.
Yeah, it's slick.
It's the face over the book for me. Did you see it?
I gotta see what that line.
Right.
Read the book. Nah. I had this very special person and I've never met him. I've been kicking it with him for 3 years. It's my guy, Jason Gazzarati, Coach J. And quick story about Coach J. During the pandemic, I was doing live workouts. I'm pretty sure a lot of you that's going to see is going to remember. I was doing live Zoom and Facebook and Instagram workouts for free, no charge. I put my ties in. So that's a part of the journey too. Put your ties in.
Absolutely.
Pay it forward. Go help as many lives as possible. Pay it forward. But yeah, and he was one of those folks that met me on Instagram through the Explore page. And basically what happened was he was the first person to send me a donation. He sent me a donation, and when he sent the donation, he reached out to me like, man, you don't know how much you're helping me in life right now. He says I have stage 4 cancer. He said I got stage 4 cancer. I don't want to say the wrong cancer. I know it's in the book, and prognosis state something like that. And then one day, a few months later, guess what happened? He stuck out and worked out with me the whole time through. We even did our own private workouts. I stayed, we had conversations, and he came to me and said, man, these people in here dropping like flies. He said, but I'm standing strong. He's like, yo, Bishop, please don't stop making your workout videos. Please don't stop. That was God telling me to keep doing what I'm doing because I'm saving someone's life out there.
Yes, it's valuable.
And then one day, he sent me a video of him ringing the bell. And now he's a whole boxing coach.
Wow.
He's sparring. He's in there fighting. And he's getting ready for his first charity event fight that I'm gonna go see for cancer survivors and people that have cancer. I believe in January, February, and I'm gonna go see him. You know what I mean? Let's give it up for Coach J, y'all.
Yes, Coach J. And that is powerful because if that can happen to one person, then it can happen to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different people. As many people, and you don't even realize it. Even if you feel as though something is small or people are not watching, they are. And as long as your intention and you're authentic and you're genuine, it's inevitable that you're gonna have success, but it's also inevitable that you're providing value and empowerment for everyone around you. Because everyone around you, that's really what it is. It's never. We tell y'all all the time, it don't have to be lonely at the top. This is the golden impact.
Come on.
We impact lives on a daily in a golden way.
Hey, listen, it's a saying that I love to say. What you just said, it don't have to be lonely at the top. There's a saying that I say, check the Carfax. No one be saying it. It's not lonely at the top. It's just not crowded. It's not lonely at the top. It's just not crowded. When a certain amount of people get to the top, it's going to take a separation season. It's going to take focus. It's going to take clarity. It's going to take a connection with God. It's going to take determination, dedication, hard work, persistent, consistent, and efficiency.
Amen.
It's not lonely at the top. It's just not crowded.
Amen. And y'all can catch us 3 at the top.
Yo, we already did.
Exactly.
Hey, listen, the talks are different when you're at the top.
Yep.
I try to get the people to come with me. I can give you the platform, but I can't make you drink the water.
Heavy on the talks are different at the top. And so now wrapping this up, Jizzixious Bishop, Jamal, we want to thank you so much for coming back. Not coming back because this was your first interview. Yeah. And now we did a catch up and I know we're going to keep catching up because why? We at the top, there's so more to do. There's so much to do.
It's just us. It's just us. Hey. Now I don't give up. You better. Oh, at the top, it's just us. Oh.
Is there anything else you want to say? Anything else you want to drop before we head out?
Hashtag God did.
DJ Khaled, we love you.
He got confidence now.
Yeah.
But check this out though, real quick, y'all. Y'all can find me on Instagram at Jizzixious, Jizzxious. And with that being said, the link will be in my bio for my book, Life Sentence: Birth of a Legend. Make sure you get a copy. Let's go hit that #1 bestseller. on Amazon. Then we're gonna hit it on Barnes and Nobles. Then we're gonna hit it for the New York Times. So y'all better keep it coming. The audio book is coming. We ain't gonna play around. We gonna keep it stunning. And I ain't gonna front. And I'm about to drop it, stop it, pop it, lock it, drop it, make it stop it.
Gonna go to Impact. You
Oh,
already know.
yeah.
Hey. Y'all, we
Yeah.
hope you enjoyed this episode.
Come on.
Make sure you leave us a comment, like, definitely subscribe to this channel, guys. Y'all know we provide the valuable entrepreneurs, okay? The top tier, only impacting lives positively, efficiently, consistently. Obviously, we have other stuff to do. He got back to back. I got back to back. Jamal on his way to get back to back. We all got stuff to do. So we love y'all so much. Thank you so much for tuning in, for the support, for the love daily. We're gonna keep going at it, so y'all should keep going at it. And if you need to tune in, make sure y'all catch us on Instagram @_the Golden Impact, as well as right here. So subscribe, like, comment, and y'all already know. Bang that bell for the next episode. We'll catch y'all real soon.
Let's go!
Gracias!